Welcome, weary mind, to a sacred space of tranquility. Tonight we embark on a gentle journey, a slow and deliberate exploration into the timeless wisdom of the Stoics. As the world outside perhaps spins a little too quickly, here we invite you to find stillness, to settle into a profound quietude, and to allow the gentle whispers of ancient thought to simply be.
Allow these insights to wash over you, much like soft, rhythmic waves on a peaceful shore. Feel them subtly lap at the edges of your awareness, slowly carrying away the day's concerns, the day's demands, the lingering echoes of what was, and the quiet anxieties about what might be. Find your most comfortable space now, whether nestled warmly in your bed or simply reclining in the embrace of a soft chair. Just breathe. Let your breath deepen. Let it slow, a gentle anchor in the shifting currents of your day.
For countless generations, across vast landscapes and through shifting centuries, thinkers and seekers have yearned for a path to a lasting inner calm. They have longed for a peace that remains steadfast and true, even when the world outside feels turbulent, chaotic, and profoundly uncertain. Among the most enduring, the most practical, and the most profoundly soothing of these ancient paths is the philosophy of Stoicism. But let us be clear. This is not about rigid rules or stern, unbending pronouncements. This is not about denying emotions or suppressing the natural currents of the human heart. Rather, this is about discovering a gentle yet remarkably resilient framework for a more serene existence, a way to navigate life's complexities with grace and an unwavering sense of inner peace. Stoicism, at its heart, offers a profound and liberating simplicity. It guides us to truly understand what is genuinely within our power, that which we can shape and influence, and, equally importantly, to recognize what is truly not within our power. It then, with gentle wisdom, encourages us to direct our precious energy, our invaluable mental and emotional resources, towards the only arena where we possess true sovereignty, our inner world. This practice, this subtle shift in focus, allows us to release the heavy, often unseen burdens of what we simply cannot change. It liberates us from the exhausting futility of struggling against the tide of external events. Tonight, as these words unfold softly around you, we will embark on this quiet exploration. We will delve into how ancient Stoic insights, born from minds that faced challenges not unlike our own, can illuminate a path to a deeper, more enduring calm. We'll touch upon the subtle yet powerful art of knowing your own mind, of understanding the source of your reactions. We will explore the quiet strength that arises from truly embracing what is, accepting the moment as it arrives. And we will discover the gentle freedom found in the profound act of letting go of needless worry, of relinquishing the constant striving for control over that which is, by its very nature, uncontrollable. As you listen to these soothing ideas, these ancient philosophical currents just resonate within you. There is no need for fierce grasping, no need for intense analysis, no need to force understanding. The goal here is not memorization, but absorption. Simply allow the wisdom to unfold within you, gently, like a quiet dawn breaking over a peaceful, undisturbed landscape, revealing its beauty one soft hue at a time. Settle deeper now. Breathe deeply, and let the serenity, the profound stillness of Stoic thought gently embrace you. Allow yourself to drift, to release, to simply be. At the very heart of Stoic philosophy, a concept so fundamental, so immensely powerful, lies a singular and liberating truth, the profound distinction between what is truly within our personal control and what by its very nature is unequivocally outside of it. This simple understanding, once truly absorbed and lived, becomes the very bedrock, the unshakable foundation of Stoic serenity. It is the key that unlocks a vast inner landscape of peace, undisturbed by the external world's unpredictable dance. Consider for a moment, as you drift, the vast, intricate tapestry of the world that surrounds you. So much of it moves, changes, and unfolds entirely independently of your will, your desires, or your intentions. The subtle shift of the wind outside your window, brushing against the leaves. The relentless yet beautiful passing of time, minute by minute, hour by hour. The countless ever-changing opinions of other people, their thoughts, their judgments, their decisions. The complex forces of the global economy. The simple, undeniable fact of gravity, holding all things to the earth. These external realities, these swirling circumstances, these actions of others, these grand forces of the universe, they all exist utterly outside the sphere of your direct command. We cannot simply wish them away or force them to bend to our personal desires. They are what they are. Yet, amidst this vast ocean of the uncontrollable, there are things, precious, powerful, and profoundly intimate things that do belong entirely to you. These are the inner workings of your own unique being, your thoughts, the judgments you form about events, the choices you make in each moment, your actions, small and large, and perhaps most crucially for our peace, your reactions to the world as it unfolds. your desires, your aversions. These are the inner movements of your own mind, the deep currents of your own character, the subtle responses of your own spirit. These are the things, and truly the only things, that are genuinely yours.
The ancient Stoics, with a clarity that still resonates across millennia, urge us to internalize this distinction, to understand it not just intellectually, but to feel it deeply within our bones. When a sudden, unexpected rainstorm begins, lashing against the window pane, we cannot command the clouds to clear or the droplets to cease, but we can choose. We can choose to pick up an umbrella and continue our day, or perhaps to simply accept the dampness with a quiet smile, seeing the nourishment it brings to the thirsty earth. When another person speaks an unkind word, perhaps a sharp comment or a thoughtless remark, we cannot control the sound that leaves their lips, nor the intention behind their words, but we can choose. We can choose how we allow that word to impact our inner peace. We can choose whether we allow it to disturb the tranquility of our minds, or whether we simply let it pass, like a distant echo, fading into the air.
This profound understanding is not about cultivating apathy or indifference. It is not about becoming unfeeling or detached from the beauty and pain of life. Rather, it is about cultivating wisdom. It is about learning to direct our precious finite energy, our invaluable mental and emotional resources, towards the only arena where we possess true and undeniable sovereignty, our inner world. When we futilely strive to control what is fundamentally outside our power, we inevitably invite frustration, perpetual anxiety, and an exhausting, endless sense of struggle. It's like trying to hold water in a sieve. The effort is immense, and the outcome is always disappointment. But when we consciously choose to focus our efforts, our attention, our very being on what we can control, our own responses, our own attitudes, our own character, we unlock a deep, unshakable, and truly enduring calm. This is the source of inner freedom.
Allow this fundamental truth to gently, deeply settle within you now. In this quiet moment, reflect on the gentle power of discerning. What truly belongs to you within the sacred space of your own mind and actions? And what truthfully lies beyond your grasp, existing simply as an external fact? Feel the quiet, profound relief that begins to emerge as you gently release the heavy, often unseen burdens of seeking to control the uncontrollable. Let go of the need for external circumstances to be different and simply rest in the power of your own inner choice. The serenity you seek is already there, waiting in the clarity of this distinction.
As we continue our gentle journey into the heart of Stoic Serenity, we encounter a concept of profound acceptance, a liberating posture towards life known simply as Amor Fati. This beautiful Latin phrase translates quite literally to love of one's fate. Yet its meaning stretches far beyond a mere passive resignation to whatever life brings. Instead, it invites us into an active, even joyful embrace of everything that unfolds, seeing each event, each experience as an indispensable thread in the rich and intricate tapestry of our own unique lives. Imagine, if you will, a great ancient river. Its waters flow ceaselessly, encountering countless variations in the landscape. It meets towering rocks, it winds through narrow bends, it cascades over powerful rapids, it spreads gently across vast tranquil plains. The river, in its wisdom, does not fight these elements. It does not rage against the rock, or despair at the bend, or lament the rapids. Instead, it flows with them, around them, over them, even through them. In doing so, it shapes itself, adapting its current, and in turn, it shapes the very land around it. Amor Fati invites us to become like that river, to accept the obstacles, the challenges, even those experiences we initially label as misfortunes, as integral, necessary parts of our journey. They are not interruptions to our path, but rather they are the path itself.
When we choose, consciously and gently, to love what is, to truly embrace each moment no matter what it brings, we initiate a profound transformation in our perspective. A sudden setback, something that might typically trigger frustration or despair, is no longer just a setback. Instead, it becomes a quiet opportunity for cultivating patience, for strengthening our resilience, for learning a new way forward. A deeply felt disappointment, something that might typically weigh heavily upon the heart, is not merely a source of sadness. It becomes a moment to practice equanimity, to gently release attachment to a particular outcome, to redirect our energy towards what can be, to redefine our path with fresh eyes. The Stoics held a deep conviction that everything that happens, every single event, whether seemingly good or seemingly bad, is part of a grand, interconnected whole. It is part of a rational and orderly universe guided by a larger pattern. While our limited human understanding may not always grasp the immediate purpose or the deeper significance of an event in the moment, we can cultivate a profound trust that it holds a necessary place within the larger scheme of things. And by choosing to embrace it, by consciously saying a gentle, unwavering yes to reality, exactly as it presents itself,
we align ourselves not against, but with the natural benevolent flow of existence itself.
This sacred practice of Amor Fati allows us to gracefully release the exhausting, often futile struggle against reality. When we cease fighting against what is, when we let go of the rigid, often unconscious insistence that things should be otherwise, a deep, pervasive, and truly enduring peace begins to emerge from within. It is a peace that does not depend on external circumstances conforming to our preferences. We discover true freedom not in our ability to control the external world, but in our profound capacity to accept it, to embrace it, and to find beauty, meaning, and opportunity even in its most unexpected or seemingly imperfect unfolding. Allow your mind now to soften, to expand, to gently embrace the unfolding moment. Feel the quiet yet profound liberation that comes from viewing all experiences, both the pleasant and the challenging, as integral, necessary parts of your unique and beautiful path. Let the notion of resistance begin to dissolve, replaced by a gentle, flowing acceptance. As we journey further into the silent depths of Stoic Serenity, we come to understand a truth of immense, often underestimated power: the profound influence of our own judgments. The Stoics, with clear-eyed wisdom, taught us, as Epictetus famously said, "It is not things themselves that disturb men, but their judgments about these things." This simple statement, when fully absorbed, can unlock a profound and unwavering inner calm. Consider this as your mind gently drifts. A sudden, unexpected downpour of rain might begin to fall outside your window. For one person, this might immediately be perceived as a great nuisance, a frustrating disruption to their carefully laid plans. They might feel irritation, disappointment, even anger. For another, that very same rain might be perceived as a refreshing blessing, a welcome nourishment for the thirsty earth, a beautiful symphony against the glass. The rain itself, in its essence, is neutral. It simply is. It is our judgment, our interpretation, the label we unconsciously or consciously apply to that event that imbues it with positive or negative emotion. The rain doesn't make us angry. Our judgment that it shouldn't rain, or that it's bad for our plans, is what creates the disturbance within. Your mind, then, is your most sacred and impregnable fortress. It is the one place, the only place, where true freedom, true peace, and true sovereignty truly reside. External events, external people,
External circumstances, they can certainly knock at the gates of your fortress. They can present themselves, they can unfold in myriad ways, but they cannot truly enter and disturb your inner peace. They cannot truly rattle your serenity unless you, consciously or unconsciously, grant them permission through your own judgment. The power to open or close those gates belongs entirely to you. When we learn to observe our initial reactions, our immediate, often automatic judgments, without instantly accepting them as absolute truth, we gain an immense quiet power. We can begin to ask a simple yet transformative question. Is this event truly bad in and of itself? Or is my labeling of it as bad causing my distress? Is this person truly annoying? Or is my expectation of their behavior, my judgment of their actions, causing my irritation? This pause, this gentle inquiry, creates a space between stimulus and response, a sacred space where freedom resides. The work of the Stoic, then, is a gentle yet persistent practice of questioning these judgments. It is about stepping back, observing your own mind with quiet curiosity, and asking, is this judgment within my control? And the answer, always, is yes. And can I choose a different judgment, one that leads to peace rather than turmoil, one that serves my tranquility rather than disrupting it? The answer, always, is yes. This quiet practice cultivates a vast spaciousness within the mind, a stillness that allows us to respond thoughtfully, consciously, rather than reacting impulsively from a place of unexamined emotion. Feel now the quiet, profound strength that emanates from discerning your own thoughts. Experience the deep peace that arises from actively choosing your inner world, making it a sanctuary, a calm refuge, truly impenetrable to external disturbances. The storm may rage outside, but within your fortress there is stillness. As we gently approach the deepening hours of rest, allowing the body to relax and the mind to soften, we turn to a particularly powerful, yet often misunderstood Stoic practice known as premeditatio malorum. This Latin phrase translates, quite literally, to the premeditation of evils. But please do not allow the name itself to stir any apprehension or unsettle your growing sense of calm. This practice is fundamentally not about dwelling on negativity or inviting misfortune or succumbing to fear. On the contrary, its profound purpose is to cultivate a deeper, more resilient, and ultimately more enduring tranquility. This gentle practice involves calmly and serenely contemplating potential difficulties, challenges, or losses that might occur in life. It means acknowledging in a detached and quiet way that the things we hold most dear, our health, our cherished possessions, the stability of our circumstances, the presence of our beloved relationships, even our very lives, are, by their very nature, impermanent. They are on loan from the vast universe, given to us for a time, and will eventually return to it. By gently imagining, for instance, a minor setback at work, perhaps a project not going as planned, or a fleeting misunderstanding with a friend, we begin to prepare our minds. This isn't to invite these events, but to inoculate ourselves gently against their power to shock us when they inevitably arise. When we have already, in a calm and detached space, considered that something could happen, its actual occurrence often loses much of its power to disturb our inner peace. It doesn't mean we won't feel natural emotions, but we prevent the cascade into prolonged distress or panic. We recognize the impermanence of all things, and that recognition, surprisingly, brings a quiet freedom.
Moreover, this thoughtful practice dramatically enhances our profound sense of gratitude for the present moment. When you calmly contemplate the possibility of losing something or someone you cherish, your mind is naturally drawn to appreciate their presence, their value, their very existence in your life even more deeply. The simple joy of being well, of being surrounded by loved ones, of having a quiet space, of enjoying a warm meal, of witnessing a beautiful sunset. These seemingly ordinary blessings become magnified. They shimmer with a newfound preciousness because you have gently acknowledged their transient nature. It is like holding a precious jewel. Knowing it cannot be kept forever makes you cherish its brilliance even more in your hand right now.
This is a quiet mental rehearsal designed not to foster worry, but precisely to release it. By calmly confronting the inherent impermanence and potential challenges of life in a controlled, peaceful way, we paradoxically become more resilient, more deeply appreciative of what we have, and fundamentally less anxious about the unknown future. We learn to value what is present in this very moment, precisely because it is not guaranteed. And in that profound valuation, we find a deeper, more enduring state of inner peace. Allow your mind now to serenely consider the gentle truth of impermanence. And in that quiet, honest consideration, find a deeper sense of peace. Know that you are prepared, not for the worst, but for tranquility, and that you are infinitely grateful for what is now in this unfolding moment. as our gentle journey through the timeless art of Stoic Serenity comes to its peaceful close tonight, allow the essence of these ancient whispers to resonate deeply within your being. Let them settle softly into the quiet spaces of your mind, like mist settling over a tranquil valley at dusk. Remember the quiet, liberating power of distinguishing what is truly within your control, your thoughts, your judgments, your responses. Feel the profound sense of release that comes from relinquishing the heavy, often unseen burdens of what is not yours to command. Feel now the deep freedom that arises from embracing all that unfolds, all that is, exactly as it presents itself. Knowing with a deep inner wisdom that you can find strength, peace, and even a unique form of beauty in any circumstance, in any moment that comes, and carry with you the serene calm born from observing and gently shaping your inner judgments, making your mind an unshakable fortress, a calm and protected sanctuary against the passing storms of the external world. May these timeless insights, these quiet truths of Stoicism, gently guide you now towards a profound and utterly restful state. May your mind find its deep and enduring calm. May your thoughts grow beautifully still, and may your spirit find its deep, restorative rest. As the narration now softly fades, allow the gentle sounds and any lingering visuals to carry you further into complete tranquility. There is nothing more to do, nowhere more to be, no thought to chase, no worry to hold, just quiet, gentle peace. Drift now, softly, completely